and he's ready to go. Noodle on his left, Jess on his right. Hey, hold up, don't start a fight. He's got you covered with all the sports. Don't fret, he's wearing shorts. It's time for Wake and Jake in the morning, Wake and Jake at night. Jake sucks.
Good morning, werewolves. Good morning, bakers. Woo! Werewolves of London. Copyright. What is going on, everybody? Chat is going. Zach, Bulldogs, Davey, Ashton, Jill, Luca, Hubes, Al. The gang is here. Happy Thursday morning. Happy birthday to Jose Altuve. We'll be greeting him with a birthday present in a little bit. Sang a Hamilton version of a happy birthday song for Jose Altuve in my shower this morning.
Tell me more.
Jose Altuve. Jose Altuve. Some of the lines got kind of mean, I'm going to be honest. So I was thinking about tweeting it. One of the lines was, "You embarrassed yourself. Everyone thinks you're an elf on the shelf." So
Okay.
I saved it for the Wake and Jake community. Excited to join up with him in a little bit. Yankees going for the sweep versus the Astros. We are live from the Bronx. BBD. Just heard him and see him looking tasty himself. We'll get into all of that and more. I mentioned I just put out a tweet that said, and I've never lied in a tweet, we're going to talk the John Means no-hitter, Jose Altuve's birthday, check. Baseball hot in the streets, yep. Sports, yep. Story about Willie Mays, I think I might have mentioned it on here before. It's a little bit of a dark one. And a gender reveal. So
It's a separate story from the Willie Mays story.
I hope so.
We'll find out.
We don't know.
Stay
You
tuned.
guys don't know. I want to tease them. BBD, we are going to beautiful Seattle, Washington. Gorgeous. I've never been. Been to Oregon once. I'd like to check out the whole Pacific Northwest. And who was out there checking it out? It was the Baltimore Orioles. Off to an okay start this season. 15-16 versus the 17-14 Marineras. Couple southpaws on the bump, BBD. You say Kikuchi, I say Kikuchi. Yusai having a solid start to this season. He goes 7 innings pitched, 3 earned runs. That's pretty good. Fortunately, Yusai's not the story, and neither is DJ Stewart's RBI single in the second. Neither is Ramon Urias's RBI single in the second. Not even Pat Valleca or Trey Mancini's homers in the 7th and 8th innings. The story was John Means, early settler John Means, till the land and marry my daughter. And holy smokes, did he look good. He does have kind of a dumb jock face. He's got a little bit of that, like big teeth, big mouth. Just definitely good at sports, and, well, teaser, he was really good today. John Means leaves the final scoreboard 0 hits, 0 runs, 0 walks, 0 errors. John Means was Oh. Pass ball on a strikeout. The runner gets to first, and then he gets caught stealing. So the most perfect, non-perfect game there's ever been was thrown by John Means. It is the first no-hitter in baseball history, according to Ace of Spader, Ryan Spader, friend of the pod, that it wasn't an error, it wasn't a walk or a hit by pitch. It was a strikeout pass ball, and that was the only runner of the game. Has some of the nerds talking a little bit. Should this be viewed differently? Kind of no, because that's the whole no-hitter, perfect game thing. But John Means, good for him, man. Was already having a great year, by the way. Former All-Star John Means had a 1.7 ERA coming into this game. He leaves with a 1.37. 9 innings pitched, 12 Ks. Nothing else in the box score, man. Kind of unreal. Good for him. I know his wife was very happy on Twitter. That's cool. Last out of the game, he had a nasty strikeout for the second out, and then a little line drive, and you never know what the shift. It was at shortstop. Ended up being right at the shortstop over there. But, man, congrats to him. 3 no-hitters already this year. That's a whole nother conversation of sorts. Saw a good tweet about that. Talk about it in a second. Congratulations, John Means. Hope opens up a lot of conversations. I mean, good for him. This Orioles team, I know they've got a lot of youth on the way. And when John Means is coming up on the end of his contract, I think he has 3 more years left. Is that the Orioles' pinnacle? Could you flip John Means for an absolute haul this year and really load up on prospects? That's a whole nother conversation. Orioles fans, you don't need to have it now. Enjoy the first no-hitter since Jim Palmer. If you've ever heard Kenny Singleton tell a story, there's 3 people that come up. If it's a pitcher, it is Jim Palmer. If it's a hitter, it's Eddie Murray. If it's a manager, it's the guy who always gets ejected. I'm blanking on his name.
Earl Weaver.
Earl Weaver.
You see John Means' brother?
No.
He, I guess, I'm assuming he's in college or something. But he had a game at 7, and this no-hitter ended at 6, so he got to literally post like a story when your brother's no-hitter finishes at 6 and you have a game at 7. It's him in the locker room with all his friends.
Oh, wow. Is that cool?
It's cool because like that is like the times people use as the joke,
right?
Every time, and
yeah,
it was
real.
It was real.
It was a factual joke by John Means' brother. His brother means well. I hope his brother has an early settler.
I think his brother's another J name.
Okay,
I'll find it.
Speaking of J's, the game of the night, which was John Means' no-hitter, was brought to you by Cushy Dreams. Roll a J, roll a legal J, a CBD J with Cushy Dreams. You guys know about Cushy Dreams now. They're the best. We are friends with them. We're linked up with them like through the year. They're awesome. You guys have seen us, our signature Smoking in the Alley picture and video. I think it's Jimmy's Twitter thing now.
His header.
Twitter header.
I don't know when he made that switch, but I happened to notice it yesterday.
That's how you know it's big. Cushy Dreams is the best. If you're not familiar with CBD, I mean, it's kind of like they took the illegal stuff out of weed, basically, and you get the good side effects. It can relax you. They've got, the dream brings you up. They've got the relax. That one brings you down a little bit. And they've got pre-roll joints. They've got the bud in a can. We've got it. You might have seen me putting this in my beer on opening day. That's not how they encourage you to use it. They encourage you to smoke it. Cushy Dreams is the best. It's legal. Again, I thought about just smoking this in public, just see if like a officer would say something. Just seems like a lot of work afterwards. There's a conversation. If it goes well, nobody really laughs. If it goes bad, you're still in the back of a cop car and nobody really cares.
You don't want to be the guy who's like just doing it to do that.
Either way, you'll come out because it's legal, so you're good.
Yeah.
It just could still be a thing. So don't mess with the cops like I want.
You're probably still just being annoying if you want to do that game.
Yeah. So just enjoy it by yourself. Anxiety, depression, inflammation, pain relief. CBD's great. Do it with Cushy Creams, and you guys know here, promo code Jake. Jake's Jesters, Jake. No Jacob, no DeGrom here, just Jake. Jake, 20% off your next purchase. Cushy Dreams.
Speaking of Jacobs,
yeah,
that's what John Means' brother's name is.
And
Jacob
that's obvious.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
John and Jacob.
They're early settlers.
Yeah. I mean, take a look at them, and they also look.
Yes, he looks like a character from Pocahontas.
Yes. It's like they are perfect for that.
Wow. John and Jacob Means, the Means brothers. My God. That's so hysterical, and they have no idea. That's so good. Cushy Dreams, promo code Jake, 20% off. Give it a try.
John Jacob Means just throwing fastballs by the Potomac.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name, too. The mighty Potomac, BBD. Ford the river before we have our game. Congrats to John Means. Congrats to Jacob Means. Congrats to their parents for
Nailing it.
continuing to be early settlers.
I will have to go find out their parents' names.
Yeah, that's fine. I support that. I support that. What's going on live in the chat? Got the chat up today. Spades, Travis, Abe, Cubes, Nathan Clements. That's an early settler's name. Matt Haggerty. Haggerty's a little normal dog. That was probably said around the time. Probably wasn't a name. Zandino the Great absolutely was. Absolutely was. Saw someone ask, Talking Yanks pregame show, that'll be coming up when lineups are out. We do.
Yankees lineup is out.
Yankees are out. Wow.
The Astros are not.
Okay, so we might tidy it up a little bit. We'll keep an eye on that. You guys know the deal here. The Yankees still stir the pot. So let's jump around real quick. Where I'll start, and maybe this is just an ad for Talking Baseball tomorrow. What do you got, BBD?
John Means' father's name was, he passed away last year.
R.I.P.
His name was Alan Means.
Alan Means. Okay. It's a little funky. I guess Alan goes back, right?
Alan goes back. My uncle's name is Alan.
Congrats to your Uncle Alan. Okay. We'll do some sports before some more early settlers deep dives like I promised. The standings got the funk in them again. A couple storylines that you guys need to know. Jake's 3 storylines going into the weekend. Imagine. People do that. Yankees are hot. Hottest team in baseball, pretty much. 11-4 in their last 15 or something like that. They've won 5 in a row.
The AL, right? But I think all of baseball.
I think
Best
so.
record over the last 15.
I think those are the 2 hottest. This homestand has kind of sent the ship in the right direction, which is beautiful and welcome. They are 16-14, second place in the American League East, a game and a half behind the Red Sox. How about that? When is that first series? June?
Yeah, they don't play for a while this year.
First series in June. That could be fun. By the way, the Rays are kind of getting it going, too. They're 17-15, so essentially similar record as the Yankees. Blue Jays are behind them, 15-14, with a really good run differential, and the Orioles are only a game under 500. AL East is starting to become, in the past week or so, the AL East has gone from just the Red Sox to getting stronger. Meanwhile, in the Central, Royals, White Sox, and Indians are 16-13. All 3 of them. Cleveland's kind of been the forgotten team.
June 4th, first Yankees-Red Sox game at the stadium.
At the stadium. Duly noted. Is that a weekend series?
Yep, Friday the 4th.
Friday,
Series
June
begins.
the 4th be with you. Royals, White Sox, Indians, 16-13. Holy smokes. You know, we always forget about Cleveland because they trade Lindor. If they're in the mix all year, if this Royals team believes and stays in the mix, Twins are 11-18. This division can be a ton of fun. Might be a dark horse for the most fun division this year. We'll see. I mean, the White Sox and the Twins were supposed to be the teams that could take off. So we'll keep an eye on that.
A 2-man race. There.
White Sox got some funk going on. People are starting to talk La Russa again. They've got some injuries in the outfield. It's going to be interesting to track.
And all 3 of their projected opening day starts. I guess Eloy was out before.
Right.
But all 3 are out now.
It's tough, man. The injury bug is no joke. I mean, that's, part of the Yankees.
The second you get like multiple starters out. It
Hasn't been
hurts.
a conversation in Yankee land. Like Luke Voigt's supposed to come back in less than a week.
The only position that's had that's like the depth's been tested for the Yankees is the bullpen, and it was a position of strength.
It's been fantastic. And Britton's throwing. In the West, the Astros, they were getting hot. They ran into the Yanks so far. We'll see how today goes. Game
Still
3 of the
500.
set. Yeah, I mean, still in the mix. Angels are in the bottom. 4.5 back. 13 and 16. Just seems like the same story every year. A couple of the good tweets I saw yesterday. Someone, I forget who said this one. They said Robbie Ray is the most Angels pitcher ever without ever being an Angel. Like, it just seems like he should have been on the Angels for all these years. I like that. And then the one I referenced before, after the 3 no-hitters this year, I believe it was John Taylor who mixes it up on the Twitter sphere. He said, he's like, I'm laughing to myself that MLB wanted to reduce homers a little bit by deadening the ball, and now we're up to 3 no-hitters in the first 4 weeks. And all the hitting numbers are down, like, drastic. And, hey,
There's like other factors.
there's a
but
lot of other stuff going on.
We know they wanted to do that.
It is a funny thought. So we'll see what's going on there. NL, you know who's on top of the NL East, BBD?
Oh, I know. I'm also. It happens to be in front of me.
Best infield, or at least top 3 in the NL East infield, the Philadelphia Phillies, 16 and 15, winning at home. That's good. That still just absolute chaos. I gave a couple speech how I'm excited about the Nats. They lose 2 games, and now they're a 12 and 14 team again. So the NL East is still a disaster.
Entire divisions within 2 games, though.
The Cardinals overtaking the Brewers in the Central. The Brewers, everyone was getting romantic about them. They've got a ton of talent. Now, they've been hit with the injury bug as well. Yelich was hurt 1 day back to the IL. That sucks for the Brewers. That sucks for baseball. Hura got sent down. He's supposed to be like the number 2 hitter on that team. Kane's been hurt. So they've run into the injury bug. They've come back down to earth, 4 and 6 in their last 10. And the Cardinals, 7 and 3 in their last 10, and 18 and 13. It's a good baseball team. And then Cubs, Reds, just a litany of a mess. Pirates, are they starting to slide? 13 and 17, we'll see. And then in the West, man, the Dodgers keep losing. Dodgers are 17 and 15. Weren't they off to like a 14 and 2 start or something? 15 and 3.
Is at least like 12 and 3 or something.
They are
Last number I remember.
17 and 15, 2 and 8 in their last 10. Giants are on top of that division, 18 and 13. They also have the run differential stuff that's supposed to be kind of the sniff test to see if your numbers are true. Padres,
best indicator for future performance.
Right? It's and
the Dodgers, I think, have the best run differential.
It can get skewed a little bit with a couple blowouts and things of that nature. I think there's probably a better way to do run differential.
Yeah. When you get to if we had like a cleaning the glass.
Yeah, like
know,
games,
take out garbage time.
Games where you win by 8+ run, like 8 is the cap or something. I'd be interested in that.
Yeah, take out 8 as the cap, or like it's like 6 runs by the 5th or something. That's not the number. There's something there.
There's a formula. Some geek will figure it out. Whoa. So yeah, baseball stays hot in the streets, man. I know I saw it in the chat before. Red Sox lost a tough one to the Tigers, who again, last we saw them, they were one of the most pathetic teams I've seen on a baseball field. That is shots fired, I guess. Sorry, Tigers fans. Hinch turning the ship around. Manager of the year. Any other big stuff from baseball last night? Reds and White Sox 0-0 into extra innings. That's fun. That was Sonny Gray versus
Keuchel.
That's right. That's
Reds
fun.
sat Castellanos for some reason. I didn't think that was on the table. It's our homer draft pick.
Oh, wow.
All for naught.
It's tough. It's tough.
And Cubs sweep the Dodgers.
That's
they
fun.
walk off last night, I think.
Yeah, that's right, because the Cubs, I
Had
said...
a couple walk-offs.
We
this
talked
series.
about the Cubs a lot because they were kind of on the ropes. We talked Chris Bryant trade stuff, Dodgers coming into town, potential death punch, and look at that. Baseball is a sick sport. My Rockies are nasty. They beat the Giants yesterday. Cardinals, Mets. New Chris Rose rotation out with Trevor May. This is going to sound rude. I didn't think I was going to be a big fan of Trevor May. Like, I don't know. I just kind of had and this is on
an
me.
Opinion either way.
This is on me. Like, I don't know. I just knew he was like a big, handsome reliever that like streamed a lot of video game stuff and coming to New York. And I was like, I don't know if that's going to be a fit. And then I heard Chris Rose rotation, interested. He's awesome. He's a dude. He's very real. He's very open. I think a lot of bullpen guys have to be like, you either have to be extremely real or you have to be completely blind. I don't think you can live in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, you
Very
either
real.
need to live, I'm the best, whatever happens, blah, 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 or you have to be like, know yourself and be honest with yourself. And we kind of saw that with Ottavino. He's that way. Trevor May's Chris Rose rotation is really good. He talks about the struggles Lindor's going through, and how they used to pitch Lindor differently when he was hot versus when he was cold.
That was like, it like
really
kind of blew my
cool.
mind. And like the comparison to Miggy.
Yeah.
Because he was like, yeah, when he's like, right, he identifies this pitch and like just knows I'm not going to do anything with that and like fouls it on purpose. I was like,
Yeah, man.
it blew my mind. It's like, I mean, I get they're major leaguers. Never occurred to me they could do that.
It's like part of their scouting report and stuff. So that was cool. Talked about Donnie Heaters a little bit. Talked about his cat, also named Donnie. So that was really good. Listen to that on the way in.
A friend of Plouffe, I think.
I think, yeah, I mean, Twins guys.
I know he was an early sequence guest, so
Yeah,
I remember that.
yeah. And he just
That was
gets
the
it.
first time. That episode was the first time I ever like heard him talk. And I was like, oh, cool.
He very much gets our world. And I know you know, the diehards in here right now love you guys. You guys have probably heard that a lot, and maybe you wonder what that means. But, like, you know, Trevor Mays hopped in front of the mic. There was the Hoskins homer. Not homer the other day. Talks about that. The last time he hopped in the mic, something controversial happened.
Yeah,
What
the
was it?
Conforto elbow thing.
Yes, like,
I feel
Think
like there was
about
something
that.
between. Was there something between those two? I don't remember.
but think about that. Like, how
Mets
many
play a lot of weird games.
How many guys do you know have, like, the confidence enough to go and how many athletes have the confidence enough to go in front of a mic and know to talk about a topic like that, like Michael
and like a
Conforto
long
throwing the
form
elbow,
conversation about
and
that.
knowing that they can speak confidently enough that they won't get in trouble with the team, they won't get in trouble with the player. So he's been awesome. Pretty good on the bump, too. He talks about following DeGrom and how he has to change his style because he's like, my fastball is normally good, but if you've seen DeGrom twice, my fastball looks average. So go check that out. That's a little mid-show ad.
It's a good start this year. I
Jake-
hadn't looked at his full numbers this year yet.
Is he okay? I thought he had one bad appearance.
His numbers are good. I think his like first appearance, or maybe one
Yeah.
of his first 3 appearances this year, he got like hit around a little bit. It at least hasn't translated to very many runs allowed.
Good.
10 innings, 2 runs,
Good.
2.31 ERA plus.
My Snakes are getting beat up by the Marlins. That's crap, and I hate it. Max Fried with the win yesterday. Phillies beat the Brewers.
He's walking fewer guys than before.
Anything else? Twins lost to the Rangers. They're 11-18, man. I mean, they're going to enter June under 500, like, unless something drastic happens. What month is it? May? It's early May. You can do
Yeah.
it, Twins. That was dramatic.
you're-
That was dramatic. I'm sorry.
There's still, let's call it 20 games left in the month. That's assuming like more off days than you're going to have. So it's more than that. But
My guy Jordan Yamamoto got a win
12
yesterday.
and 8.
Good story about that. We did the pitchers list, like, annual event they do now. PitchCon, probably call it. Yeah.
I think so.
and we hopped on first time interacting with them. And they were talking about the Marlins' young pitchers, like Sixto Sanchez, the other guy. I hopped in, and I was like, I kind of like Yamamoto. And he's like, yeah, his peripherals are terrible. I was like, well, that's my guy. I like him. I'm sorry. So I'll always be a Jordan Yamamoto fan because of that. Blue Jays starting to win some games, too. Watch out for those Jays. That's the baseball. What's the other sports, BBD? Our Knicks got rolled last night by the Nuggets. Talking Knicks was doing a combination of trying not to watch that game.
Jokic went off.
Aaron Rodgers stuff is going on. I
haven't been like full following it.
I'm at a I don't care until it happens.
Yeah. I'm assuming they figure it out and he ends up back, and if he doesn't, I mean, all the signs pointed to it. So,
I kind of like the Packers locking in and being like, "Hey, man, you're getting older. You either work here or go do Jeopardy or something else. But if you're playing football, it's with us." And they drafted the quarterback last year, so they can also be like, "All right, we'll give him a couple snaps."
We gave him his year to sit behind you.
This is why we got him. You kind of overplayed your hand.
We thought you'd be gone this year.
So yeah, I'm obviously interested in the end result, and supposedly the Broncos are in the mix, but
till it happens.
Yeah, it just doesn't do too much to me. I saw.
I did see somebody on on some Reddit forum. Forget if it was in the Giants forum or just NFL in general. Just a Rodgers for Russ swap.
Yeah.
It's like, oh. I don't think Sierra is going to agree to move to Wisconsin, but Russ has no problem going there.
Russ would love it. Be the king. Be the king of Green Bay. Sierra wouldn't like it. And that's growing up. Yeah, let's see. I mean, I clicked on the NBA stuff. Kyrie got fined for not talking to the media. Is what it is.
Yeah, but I don't care about any of that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm so over any of the Kyrie, just weird. It's all right, he's weird guy's gonna do his own thing,
and it's it's supposed to be
I don't know the details of any of it, so
it's supposed to be part of the job. They're supposed to be available before and after games for press, and he has some okay quotes about it, then he has some bad quotes about it, then he has some good quotes. He's like, I hope, fine with paying it. I hope the money's going to a good charity, and then he said something along the lines of I've got better places to spend my time, and it's man, just be careful with the media, dude. They're.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they already are kind of mean to him, but now they can go full, because he is an asshole to them.
I mean, his quote was, "I do not talk to pawns. My attention is worth more." Dude, am I not reading the room?
Read the room.
And hey, how about? He says, I pray we utilize the fine money for marginalized communities, especially seeing where our world is presently, peace, love, and greatness. And it's dude, how about this? You could say that stuff at your press conference, and then you could donate the same money to whoever you want, to whoever you think needs it.
That equivalent.
Is your time worth that? So I don't know, man. Yeah, he's his own dude, go win a title, but I don't know.
He just is a weird guy.
Sometimes he goes out of his way to be a little
extra.
Weird, which is, if that's your thing, man, good for you. Rodgers, Lions sign Ragnow, makes him NFL's top-paid center. Bang. Woo. Willie Mays turns 90 today. Jose Altuve's birthday at the stadium. That's kind of the other big thing. The Rangers hockey. Rangers Capitals just brawled for the first period of yesterday's game, which is pretty good. There's 100+ penalty minutes in the first couple.
We do have both lineups now, by the way.
Yeah, I think we'll start wrapping up anyway. We got through most of the sports news. You guys understand. You're the Wake and Jake Bakers. But we got stuff to finish up with, and I'm talking about comment of the day. Bakers, I ask you guys. It's kind of my one ask. I ask a lot of things, I'll be honest. It's bake the algorithm. If you're new here, what does that mean? Click like, leave a review, leave a comment. All of it helps. Nobody really knows the YouTube formula. Like, we fake think we know, or we've got an idea of it.
We have, like, educated guesses.
We know
and have
stuff
asked
that
people.
works. And some of it is leaving a like, leaving a comment, and leaving a review. And interact with the show. That's what it's all about. I love you people. I mean, the 100+ that are in here right now, you guys, you know, I recognize almost every name in the chat right now, and that's awesome.
Guys, make it all worth it.
So I ask you guys to leave a comment. Could be about the show, could be about sports, could be about anything. Juicy1335 said Wake and Jake should have a segment where Jake calls a morning sports radio show in whatever city the D-backs or Rockies are playing their away games in and just reps them hard. I like that. It can be fun.
I think that will happen more than 0 times.
Yeah, that feels like a non-zero. Is that how you say that? I don't know. Or maybe the opposite, or just a non-zero.
Non-zero.
Yeah, that makes sense. You don't need to non the non. Anthony O'Neill paid big bucks for the Chris Rose, Bobby Skinner, bare knuckle brawl. I just think that might be a little extreme. Might be a couple D-backs comments. Travis Smith, who's in here a lot. West meets East pod called Jake and the Snakes doable. D-backs and Jake put their spin on West Coast sports happenings for the rest of the country. So, again, back burner for now. Appreciate you guys. The last on the YouTube, I mean, since we've cleared 2K subs, we're at 214 now, by the way. Keep subscribing. Tell a friend. I think our last 5-6 episodes on YouTube alone have been over 1K, and that's before Facebook and podcasts and all that. So you guys are the best. I appreciate you so much. And that brings us to the bro of the night. BBD, I'll bang one out quick. I see you've got something in here as well. I think maybe a little teaser, a Kings of New York bro of the night. I'll just do Giancarlo Stanton real quick. If you ain't seen it, you should. My man is going nuts right now. It's awesome. He looks so locked in. Before he hit the homer yesterday, in his last, like, however many games, 10 games, he's hitting 500 or something. It's ridiculous.
It's like he's not lucking into anything.
No, I mean, it's if luck would be, you know, he has been pushing a couple singles the other way, like that broken bat.
If
but
they
like,
just weren't shifting
defense
him.
is playing that way because he's a freak.
And man, John Sterling, don't tell me he didn't do that on purpose.
You know, the big homer in the first game of the series that just got the crowd into another world, and then he hits one yesterday that gives the Yanks the lead, and it was just, he's so locked in that you're just sitting there knowing that if a pitch is over the plate that he's just going to hammer it, and it's a rare feeling, and he's awesome right now. So big G.
His last 11 games, 50 plate appearances, 500 batting average, a 1.4 OPS.
Yeah. He's nuts.
5 homers, 4 doubles. Striking out less than once per game.
First spill of the day.
For the people that hate the strikeout stuff.
Speaking of
no
people,
multi-strikeout games.
People who used to hate BBD, I'm interested to see your bro of the night. If that's...
I am still going with him. I forgot I put it there when it happened.
Okay.
So quick shout out to Didi Gregorius, Grand Slam last night. It's just important that we all remember that happened. But my bro of the night is Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah. Okay.
He moved into the top 10 all-time NBA scoring list.
That's right.
And this dude was
nuts.
I mean, he was blackballed from the league.
Yeah.
For a full year.
Yeah.
Just like everyone thought he like couldn't contribute. And at times I like believed it during that period because like I guess that is what we had seen, and he like his weird run with the Rockets, and it was like and the Thunder too, where he's like, I'm not gonna come off the bench, and I'm not like gonna change my approach. Dude, like just do the thing you did at the Olympics every year, like during your prime years.
Yeah.
You would
come in, shoot some threes.
Were really good at that.
Yeah.
And he's done it. Like, the Portland guys love him.
Carmelo's going to be a tough one to explain to the kids.
It's like I like always had the soft spot for me, but
I mean, he's got
now he's like gotten back in the good graces of like the NBA as a whole, I think. And
yeah. Top 10 scorer all time. The Syracuse thing gets kind of forgotten and how cool that was. All the Olympic stuff has been, as that's turned into a joke, which I kind of get it. Carmelo's awesome. And Giancarlo's awesome. Two guys that have been hated by this city. And now I think are starting to get loved by this city. So I like that a lot. BBD, well, my gender reveal, male. Out.
Congrats.
Willie Mays story, again, this is a little dark, a little weird, and it's just when you're young, you do stuff. There was an all-star game, it was probably middle school. Willie Mays came out, and he wasn't looking so hot, and bought a Willie Mays signed baseball because I thought he might pass away. So, I don't know. Do with that what you want. I'm not proud of it. It's really weird in hindsight. I was even thinking that way. But happy 90th birthday, Willie Mays. So that's really cool. What we're watching, baseball? Anything else?
Yanks Astros finale specifically.
Yeah.
We will be there.
Might be at it, people. So there's going to be some good
2
content.
hours.
Good content coming. Talking Yanks pregame show coming up pretty much now. So much stuff on the John Boy Media Network. Talking Nets, Pinstripe Strong, GM Files, Mansplain Baseball, Sequence. Mentioned the Chris Rose rotation. Talking baseball. Crushed it yesterday. We'll crush it tomorrow. Talking Yanks recap will be today. JJR yesterday. The lot going on. Talking Giants. Holy smokes. You guys are the best.
I think there's a new compound too.
New compound. Zach Short hit a big home run, so they're excited to talk that next compound.
Keep an eye out.
You guys are the best. Everything John Boy Media. I love you. Leave a comment. Share with a friend. We'll see you guys Monday. Cushy. Jake.
Jake sucks.
Promo code Jake.